and some whooping too. Thank you. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know me, I am Baba Yana, the Soviet Jewish grandma clown. Hi. And tonight, I want to welcome you to An Ode to the Crone, a fundraiser variety show for the Crone Chronicles. Now you might be wondering, what is the Crone Chronicles? You are the Crone Chronicles, standing right in front of us. And you're right, I am a chronicle of Crone. But this is a very special variety show. We're going to be raising money for a play that some of my friends and I are putting on together that tells the stories of wise women, old women that are the bearers of knowledge and secrets that we have put far away for far too long. And so we want to tell their stories, to reclaim them in this play. And tonight, we're going to get a little taste of what it means to reclaim the stories of women, of Crones, all together. Yay! So, throughout the night, you're going to see some poets, some puppeteers, some clowns, some storytellers, some music makers, and it's all going to be very beautiful. And I encourage you to interact with them because they want to interact with you. One way you can interact with them and show your support is by donating to our fundraiser here. I made a special little link for you. Yes, that's right. I know how to use a computer. I am very smart, Baba. tinyurl.com/Crone Chronicles will take you to our GoFundMe page where you can make a little donation to support our project. In addition, to thank the wonderful establishment that is hosting us here, you can grab yourself a delicious drink from the bar for my friend there. We have delicious cocktails up there, beers. There's also really yummy mocktails if you don't feel like drinking the alcohols tonight. Like there's one in particular, I think it might be Aperol Spritz. It's like a fake Aperol Spritz and it's very, very good. So, get yourself a drink, and while you're up there, you might notice some candies and cookies. It's a little gift I've brought for all of you here today. Yes, they're cookies and candies from my childhood, from the Soviet Union. You'll see some Cyrillic writing in there. If you have questions about what's inside it, it's probably dairy. There's probably dairy in it. We didn't have things like gluten-free and dairy-free and lactose-free because we were hungry. So if there was food, we just ate it, right? So if you had your stomach was a little upset after eating some milk, you just dealt with it because at least you had food. Anyway, that's all to say is it probably doesn't fit your dietary restrictions, and if it does, I'm so sorry. But there it is, delicious cookies for you. Delicious candies for you. I hope you can eat them. If you can't, I'll be disappointed. And yes, I think I've said everything. Oh, one more thing. Look at how beautiful this place is decorated. Isn't it lovely? So nice. This was the work of the diversionary team. I think it was yesterday they put everything together to get it ready for the holiday spirit. Now what's funny is I'm Jewish. So this is nice, but there's little dreidels, so there is representation around the room. We see some dreidels. There's a menorah at the bar. There's a Jewish corner. Jewish corner for the Jews. Good, great. I feel represented. I hope you do too. Well, without further ado, let's start hearing from some of our friends who have a lot of stories to tell us about the Crones. First up, we have a crooner and storyteller, B.J. Robinson! There's a lot of Crones on there, as we've just learned, from all corners of the world, all stories from the world. Well, for this play in particular, we are focusing on my namesake, Baba Yaga. Does anyone know what Baba Yaga is? Shout it out.
Character from a story.
Good answer, yes. More answers.
She lives in a revolving house with chickens.
We're getting there. What is she? What is she?
A witch.
Oh,
She's a
there we
Russian
go.
witch.
There we go.
A Soviet witch.
So specific. good. Well, no, it's pre-Soviet time, so almost. But witch, Russian witch, close enough. She is a witch. That's right. She is a witch that lives deep in a birch tree-lined forest in Imperial Russia, in a house that walks on chicken legs. That's right. You got it. And it turns around a lot. In order to make it stop turning around, you have to ask it to stop turning around.
Yeah, that's
It's always turning around. And something that's also interesting about Baba Yaga is that she does not fly on a broom. She flies in a mortar and pestle. You know that thing you make salt and pepper and like herbs with? Yes, she has an oversized mortar and pestle that she flies around the skies with. So if she was active today in the skies and flying around, she'd probably be like going around in like a food processor. She likes to keep up with the times. So you can just imagine like a little like flying through the sky, you look up and a little cackle and there's Baba Yaga. So that is one of the stories I'm going to tell you today. I'm going to tell you a story from Baba Yaga. We're going to look at it together and I might have a thing or two to say, as I always do. But before that, we're going to think about and look at what it means for these women. Who tells their stories? Why do they tell their stories? And what is their purpose? And we're going to do that with our next act. Nathaniel Fishburne, everybody. Let's welcome him to the stage. That was super interesting. Thank you so much, Nathaniel. One more time. Really cool. Now, speaking of things written by men, probably, I am going to read you a little story. And it's a story about Baba Yaga. But I'm going to need some help.
Oh.
Yes. I'm going to need some people here who will volunteer to come on stage to play different characters in the story.
Ooh.
So let's see. I need 1, 2, I believe. Hold on. I need 5. 5 volunteers.
5? Come on.
5.
8 people here with me?
Yes, correct. And I have 5 of those people on my stage. Good job counting. All right, come up here. Yay, wonderful. Okay, we got 1 victim. Who's next? Yay,
It's gonna be fun.
Okay, come on, I promise. If you're like shy, I'll give you a tiny little part, so you don't have to worry. Okay? Little part.
Yes.
Little part. Okay, who else?
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Давай, давай.
We need 1 more volunteer. 1 more volunteer. Anybody?
Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
I can give you just a little part if you like.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nancy wants a very little part. I got it.
A background role.
All right. Let me just take this right here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to start reading the story, and you are going to start acting out the story. I will tell you your roles. You're going to have a very tiny role. I promise. It's like, it'll be equivalent to being the tree number 2 on
Can I be
stage.
the spaghetti?
There is no spaghetti. We're talking about Baba Yaga, not Strega. Okay, so you will be Baba Yaga.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
You will be Gate. I promise you.
I'm the gate or she's the gate?
You're the gate.
I'm the gate. I can do that.
You're Gate.
You're okay.
You will be Natasha.
Tasha.
You will be Dog,
Okay.
and you will be Cat.
Great.
We're human.
The roles have been cast. If you don't like it, later you can talk to the casting director and file your complaints, okay? Okay, amazing. So I'm very excited to get this started. It's really helpful for me to have the volunteers because this sort of gives you a taste of what the Crone Chronicles are going to look like when they're put up in play form. Now, obviously, we have a trained cast of actors who usually do this, but you know what? I think this is going to go wonderfully. I love a little chaos in my life. So let's begin. One morning, a young girl named Natasha was walking through the forest. She came upon Baba Yaga's hut on chicken legs and thought she would knock on the door and ask for directions. After she walked inside, however, the door slammed shut behind her and Baba Yaga locked her in. Okay, pause, stop, don't move, freeze. I have a problem with this story already. So Natasha from the famed duo of Boris and approaches a house on chicken legs and is like, okay, I'm just going to walk into the house with chicken legs.
I knocked first.
But you just walked in. You just walked in. You didn't wait for a response, for confirmation, for consent.
Better than Goldilocks.
No, not better. You're just as bad. I'm not done with my complaint.
Also, like, it's kind of weird that it has chicken legs. Like, would you really go in that house?
Exactly. Like, should you maybe first be like, chicken legs, can you lower yourself down? So, did you like damage property in the process? I have so many questions, Natasha.
There were steps.
There were no steps. There's no steps. There's just chicken legs.
How were you there?
Look at me. Of course I was there. Listen, I feel like Natasha should have waited for an invitation. She should have waited for consent to enter. Of course, Baba Yaga is angry when she walks in and slams the door. We hear the slamming of the door.
Nice girls never get anything done. You have to take power.
From someone else's house?
From somebody else's house?
That's
From a
burglary.
woman that lives alone and has to fend for herself. Somebody just walks into her home. She doesn't know who you are. She doesn't know what your intentions are. I have a lot of questions about this. But first, I want to see our next act. So, actors, take a break. Get off stage. Don't worry. You'll be back on the stage. You can defend Natasha's honor later, although I don't agree. Whoop. Okay. Oh, it's just the beginning of your squashing. Don't you worry, honey. I want to hear a little bit more from our wonderful guest who has prepared so many interesting things about the Crones, and maybe it'll teach us a thing or two about respecting our elders. Next up, we have JJ and his wonderful abuela. Training? We'll need to get their puppets up here so they can continue telling the story.
All right.
Okay, you remember your parts? I'm so glad. If you left, I would be very upset. Where we met? Oh, there you are. I'm like, well, he can't leave because he's performing later. Okay. I think because we might have some new audience members here. A couple new audience members. So we are telling one of Baba Yaga's stories right now. Excuse me, I'm speaking. Thank you. We are telling one of Baba Yaga's stories right now, and my friends here have been voluntold to come up on stage and perform as some of these characters. I have already found some problems with the story, and I will probably find some more. But let us start.
We need to see her.
We have to see. Okay, fine. My purse. Thank you. Oh no, you can't see her face. Hold on.
The other way.
This is certainly not what this act is about, but that's okay.
Very nice.
Thank you. I like the matchy match. That's right, the matryoshka. Very nice. Okay, so insolent little girl. That's who you are? Good.
She throws shade.
Oh, always, every day. Okay, so let's continue with our story, yes?
Okay. Yes.
Amazing. So, Natasha has entered Baba Yaga's house. The door is slammed behind her. Yes? Fantastic. Baba Yaga told Natasha that she would have to stay there forever to clean her house and do all the chores.
You have to stay here forever and clean the house and do all the chores.
Baba Yaga told Natasha that if she were ever lazy or didn't complete the work in time, she would cook her up for dinner.
If you are lazy or do not do the chores on time, I will cook you and eat you for dinner.
If I'm working that hard, I'll be tough for you to eat.
No improvisation, please. Thank you. So Natasha was scared. And as soon as Baba Yaga went to bed, she planned for her escape. Okay, I have problems again. So Natasha breaks and enters into Baba Yaga's home. Baba Yaga is terrified. There's an intruder. She lives alone. She's an old lady who lives alone. An intruder comes in, and she's not sorry. She doesn't apologize. Nothing happens here.
But she's a magic old lady.
She's a magical old lady, but still, there's an intruder in her house. She's living alone in the middle of the forest. I'm not done with my point. Let me finish speaking. And all Baba Yaga is asking for is a little community service as an apology. What she could have done right away, because she's a magical old lady,
That's right.
is she could have just killed her on the spot or sent her to Father Winter or God knows what else. But she is offering retribution. And you are trying to escape.
And she said she was gonna eat me.
She just said she's going to eat you. Tomato. Like, it's not really.
Were you
It's
gonna
not
eat
serious. When you say, like,
Were you
oh, you're
gonna
so
eat her?
funny, you could kill me. Like, do you really mean they could kill you? No. Out of context. Taking full out of context. I'm getting a little frustrated. So, we're going to take a break. Actors, get off the stage. Get off the stage.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you,
I
Ted.
want to say something that will lift my spirit, that will make me feel a little better than these insolent actors I've hired. Terrible, my goodness. Hard to find any good help around here. And now we're going to have something really special. I think it will lift my spirits, which is the most important thing. But it will also show you a little something, a different side of the crone, in a more poetic, beautiful way. Everyone, please give it up for Skylar Sullivan! One more round of applause, please, for Skylar. That was so beautiful. I'm feeling soothed by the balm of poetry in mine. So I think we can continue our play now. Actors! Rejoin me on stage! Okay, I promise we can get more to the story this time. I have been overreacting, I admit. I've been getting in the way of your profession and your storytelling. So I'm going to let it go through this time, I promise. Not a peep. Let's continue. So we just left off. We have the little girl, Natasha. She has a plan that she's going to escape. Baba Yaga is sleeping. So first, she gave a bone to Baba Yaga's hungry dog. Ron. He happily began chomping away and couldn't be bothered to bark at her as she sneaked out of the hut. As she shut the door behind her, she heard a loud hiss. She found it came from the skinny cat. You're on, cat, you're on. Skinny cat that lived beneath Baba Yaga's front porch. Natasha searched in her pocket. And found a piece of cheese left over from her breakfast She offered the cheese to the cat, who gratefully took it. He was so busy eating the cheese that he forgot to scratch Natasha's ankle to the meow for Baba Yaga. Okay, I know I wasn't going to say anything. Little tiny, I love cats. I do. They're like my favorite. So cute. So, but like, what a terrible, terrible house guardian. Baba Yaga needs a new security system installed.
He needs that chicken to take charge.
But there's no chickens, just legs. So like, what can the legs do, you know? Anyway, sorry. I promised not to interrupt. I interrupted. My bad. We're gonna keep going. Natasha was almost out. She only had to get through Baba Yaga's garden gate and escape into the forest. The gate was so squeaky that... Oh, very good. Foley, look at that. The gate was so squeaky that Natasha thought Baba Yaga would be sure to hear her open it. So she searched around Baba Yaga's fence until she found an old can of oil. She poured the oil over the gate's hinges. And it swung open silently. Natasha ran through the gate and out of the forest as quickly as her legs could carry. Yeah, go into the audience. Go. Interact. It's very nice. We like it. It's immersive. Okay, so I'm doing great. Yeah. Keep running. Okay, I'm sorry. I have one more issue. Okay. Natasha stole the can of oil. This is despicable. It's rude. Like, I think Baba Yaga was going for this like cottagecore vibe on the fence. Like very cute. It sounds like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasonings every time it opens and closes. The gate has something to say.
Thank you.
I mean, that squeaky shit, that hurt. That hurt. It was painful.
It was a joy to annoy you.
Oh.
But may I also say,
Stealing oil with the price of gas these days?
Exactly.
yeah.
Very rude. She's a thief. She's a little thief, Natasha.
Why did they leave oil signal?
Me? I'm not Baba Yaga. Don't point fingers. I'm Baba Yana. Excuse me.
What about your
I'm sorry.
The actor behind you.
The actor behind me. Oh, the actor's sleeping. Okay? So actor can't hear you. Sorry. Listen, this rust that she got out of the gate, it's going to take months to bring it back. Months of cottagecore vibes.
It was like
to get back.
arthritis.
Okay, Kate. I think.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. Our people will call your people. So.
You're my girl.
Oh my God. This is what I get for involving the audience. So let me even finish the story. Sorry, interruptions. Because Natasha was clever and kind, she was able to escape from the witch and arrive safely home after having learned absolutely nothing. Okay, wow. I just need to walk around, because if I don't walk, I will have rage, flames on the side of my face. Okay. Baba Yaga is made to be the villain here. When Natasha is clearly the one causing trouble, she breaks the nectars. Baba Yaga offers her like a little volunteer service as apology for her actions. As Baba Yaga is sleeping, she destroys property, she steals, and then she runs off. Natasha is the problem here, and yet Baba Yaga is made to be the villain. This is not fair. Who is telling the story and why? What is the purpose of this story? Okay, I'm going to ponder on this because I have some words I want to say. But first, I want us to watch a little video together. It's another tribute to the Crone. I don't have the words right now to explain to you why I'm upset and frustrated, but perhaps dance and movement will do this for me. Let's watch Audrey Harrington, everyone, on the screen, share a little dance for us. Look at this. Thank you, diversionary. Oh, I forgot my drink. I'm going to make a toast. Thank you. If you have a glass, please raise it. I'd like to make a little toast. A toast of encouragement and reminders. I want you all to think about when you are learning about a story about somebody else, perhaps a powerful woman, perhaps somebody just a little different from you. Who is telling the story and why? Who is the author and what is their intention? Because if you are reading a story and there is this thieving, ignorant, burglarizing little girl that comes in to the sweet little old lady's house who just has a sweet cheese-loving kitty, you have to wonder who is the villain here. My friends, my point here is, I promise I have one, that I wish for you all to embrace who you are fully. If you are an old crone, if you are a magic maker, a smoker, a joker, a midnight toker, if you make artisanal candles on Etsy, whatever you are, whoever you are, own it wonderfully, beautifully, and never let anyone tell your story for you. To all of you, my friends, may your stories always be yours. And may you share them with others beautifully and proudly. L'chaim!
L'chaim!
Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, wait.
Oh!
I'm so late. I'm sorry. Was my camera here earlier?
Yes, Gigi, she was here. She was beautiful. She did a great act.
You did it by yourself?
She did it all by herself. She didn't need you.
Okay. She usually doesn't. So.
That's
Cool.
great. Well, since you're up here, yeah, let's get all the other performers up here, even though you didn't really perform. Everyone get up here. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Jason, DJ, Skyler,